Well, today marks 1 year since that deadly shooting at Apalachee High School. 4 people were killed, 9 others injured, and an entire community was forever shaken. Now, what happened in Barrow County that day changed families, friends, and neighbors, and it left scars that remain 1 year later. Ron Jones is leading our live team coverage from Apalachee High School, looking back at that day and how the community is moving forward now. Ron, we know it is such a somber day where you are right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not too far from where the students have come out of the classrooms, and just a handful of these students. We've saw some school buses drive up, picking up some of those kids, a few cars in the parking lot as well. But as you know, Faith, students, teachers, and families are coming together for what's being called a day of prevailing love. So within the last hour or so, the students who showed up to school today walked out of the building to the buses and to the cars, and classes were optional, as you know, with excused absences offered so students could reflect at home. And those who did attend spent the day giving back, taking part in services and service projects at places like Habitat for Humanity. District-wide Barrow County student and staff all wore Apalachee's colors, blue and gold, and every school paused for a moment of reflection as well. And that reflection centered on the 4 lives lost, students Christian Angulo and Mason Schermerhorn, and the 2 math teachers, Richard Aspinwall, who also used to be the coach here, coached football here, and Christina Irmi. Now, the community is going to have a vigil later on tonight at 7 o'clock at the school's flagpole to honor many of those victims, honor all those victims. But for many today, it was more about giving back and finding ways to heal together, the family and the students. But it also brought back difficult memories of that horrible, that tragic day. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley is here, right here on school grounds, to take a look back at how that day all unfolded. Joe?
Yeah, Rod. So as you remember, a year ago, it was a very different scene, much quieter. Today, September 4th, 2025, but the scenes are still playing and still fresh for so many people, from parents to teachers to the students themselves. Just another reminder that this shooting, even 1 year later, has rocked this community. The morning of September 4th, 2024, 10:20 a.m. in Winder.
We do have an active situation at Apalachee High School right now.
The alarm system went off, and within minutes, Barrow County deputies and emergency crews rushed to the scene.
I heard like 4 loud gunshots or bangs.
Apalachee senior Stephanie Folgar says she ran to the bathroom.
You're not moving, anybody injured?
Other students locked themselves in a closet until police gave the all clear.
I felt scared because that's when I actually realized it's real, that it's actually happening here. I never thought it would happen in the school. 2 students and 2 teachers were shot and killed. 9 others were injured. Just 5 minutes after the GBI says Colt Gray opened fire inside Apalachee High School, he surrendered to school resource officers.
I thought I was going to die, and I was going to go to the bathroom right before it happened, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I would probably be dead right now if I did.
Outside, students evacuated to the football field. Parents raced to the school to check on their kids.
I feel sorry for the kids that they've had to experience such evil.
And nearby schools went on lockdown out of precaution.
You don't think that this is going to happen to you or have something like this happen to you so close to you.
It was carnage. There was blood everywhere. You could smell the gunpowder. You could smell a lot of screaming, yelling, a little bit of chaos.
As the day unfolded, Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith praised first responders and those who saved so many lives.
Hate will not prevail in this county. Love will prevail over what happened today.
Students held a vigil the night of the shooting.
Could have been me.
Trying their best to lean on one another despite loss.
You know, you can only hear thoughts and prayers so much till you get fed up with it.
By nightfall, Governor Brian Kemp and state officials acknowledged the past few hours of awe and the years of pain to come.
These are our neighbors, these are our friends, and this community is hurting today.
1 year later,
we don't know if our safety is guaranteed at school anymore.
This community continues to heal. They may struggle, but they're still Apalachee strong even after the morning of September 4th, 2024. Of those injured, according to authorities, 8 were students, 1 was a teacher. The Barrow County School District has, since that shooting, implemented new safety measures district-wide, such as better mental health training for teachers, weapons detection systems, as well as classroom phones. And you want to note tonight, Ron, every school now also has a school resource officer.
All right, Joe, thanks a lot for the update, and anything it takes to keep all of these kids safe and to reassure the parents and the families that their children will be safe at school. Thank you. By the way, Democratic lawmakers and families of Apalachee High School victims and students and supporters of gun control all speaking out on the 1-year anniversary, of course, which is today. And this morning they gathered at the state capitol. One woman said that her sister was in class that day, but survived the shooting. She and lawmakers like Representative Michelle Au say that tackling gun violence and mental health must be a priority.
The shooter was just 14 years old. It is natural to ask, how could this happen? How could a 14-year-old get access to this weapon unsupervised? What is a basic thing, a concrete solution that we have to prevent this from happening again?
This past year has been heavy. Grief has no rule book. For some, it has meant quiet reflection. For others, it has meant speaking loudly, demanding action, refusing to let silence be the final word.
And as the community calls for change and looks to heal, the suspected gunman and his father are still awaiting trial. But we do have some new information here to tell you about. Today we learned that Colin Gray, the father of accused shooter Colt Gray, is set to go to trial on February 9th. Now, as he's accused, as you know, of providing the gun prosecutors say Colt Gray used in that shooting. His case marks the first of its kind in Georgia, where a parent is being held liable for a crime their child is accused of committing. And Colt Gray, now 15 years old, still does not have a trial date. Last fall, a grand jury indicted him on 55 criminal charges. He's being charged as an adult, even though he's 15. His previous attorney said that they're considering a non-negotiated plea deal after his father's trial is complete. And of course, we're going to stay on top of that for you. We got much more coming up in the next half hour. You're going to hear from the man who was head coach of the Apalachee High School football team at the time of the shooting, and he tells us what life is like 1 year after losing his assistant coach, Richard Aspinwall, and what he is doing now. We'll see you then. Faith?
Ron, thank you so much for carrying this coverage for us. We truly appreciate you being out there. And for those of you at home, you can also stream full coverage of the 1 year since the Apalachee High School shooting, including extended interviews. You can see those right now on 11 Alive Plus.